Charlie, special welcome to another edition of
Yeah.
in Soccer Bet Studio. And I think, Lawrence, we need to continue what you were doing. Charlie,
We have
brought our man. Omar is representing all Arsenal fans. Charlie, give it up for Omar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to all my Arsenal fans.
Sharp.
All the guys in the pubs, all the guys who hated on me. Oh, Charlie.
What bro? Charlie, what bro?
I stopped watching Arsenal games in public places.
Wait, are you suggesting that semi-final you didn't watch it in a public place?
Oh no.
Wow.
I watch it at public place.
Hey.
Charlie, I get tagged everywhere I go. Hey, the Gunners, they see me. The Gunners.
I
just so whoop.
Oh no, man. No, you guys. Charlie. You deserve it. And I said at the moment the final whistle went that no, Arsenal fans deserve it. They deserve this feeling. This orgasmic football feeling. They deserve it.
Yes, that's true.
Man, Charlie, it was great.
See, like, when I woke up today, I knew we were shooting a pod. And I took a jersey. It was yellow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Charlie, last week, we talked for the pod, say, if Arsenal go find out, we talk about time, I go do party give Omar, we can't sit here.
Yeah.
We go invite him again. I said, nah, maybe Omar no go wear Arsenal jersey. Make I replace him.
Yeah.
So I wear my Arsenal jersey. Omar enter, see the jersey, I watch my own.
Nah.
People go talk say we plan, right? Charlie, we don't plan anything.
Because even
we
me,
don't plan
I was
anything.
to wear Arsenal jersey, to be very honest with you.
You your own, dear. You your own.
The Chelsea in him.
You your own.
The
dear.
Chelsea in him wouldn't even allow.
Well, you mean
You your own, dear.
No, for real. I have an Arsenal jersey, the white one. You see, you've got the white jersey.
Yeah.
Fly Emirates.
Yeah.
I was planning to wear it. All right. And for some strange reason, I just opted for this. Because I wanted one with color. So I said, Madrid one has got the color. I decided to wear it. But big congratulations to Arsenal fans. It was a great feeling. And already the job people are giving, I think, is it Hassenbeck? Is the one? Is that the name?
Who?
Hassenbeck, right?
Yeah.
He was saying the way you guys were celebrating after you went to the final was too much. He says, you haven't won it, so why are you celebrating like that?
I think it's pretty much understandable, the excitement and furor that was expressed on the field. Look, it's been 20 years. 20 years. You know where I was 20 years ago? 20 years.
Tell them.
And then you make it to another final. You want to tone down the celebrations. No. This is all about enjoying the moment. And in the moment, they made it.
Yeah.
Plain simple. They have every right to celebrate as much as they want to. When we get to the next level, we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I think that is fair. I think Wright even made that point. That don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't let anybody try to, make you feel anything other than how you feel. Celebrate. If you want to jump.
Me, they have a problem with Hassenbeck. Charlie, tell the producers that next time I want a TV here. Because you know what I chanced on? 2006 when Middlesbrough made the UEFA Cup final. Onyo, the way he and his teammates were celebrating, we see some before. And these days people have turned themselves into what? Celebration police.
Yeah.
The match is some days away, weeks away. I'm in my moments. Like, do you know what it feels for a team?
In fact, when he says it's too much, what is too much? Is it the fact that they ran to their fans or they were hugging themselves on the field? Like, what was too much about the celebration?
You don't get it.
The Ateta dance. But here's AI.
You don't get it.
It's AI.
This is...
It's not real.
Really?
No.
This is...
But even if it was real, what was the problem with
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
This is a team that has been... Later on you will come. But... the boy.
Yeah.
It not be small.
Yeah.
You see, I get safer like it be real. Because, see, this is an Arteta who has been criticized for the majority part of his time at Arsenal. And even people are saying that if he doesn't win anything in this season, he should be sacked. Fair point. But he has coached a team that has been... he had to do the majority of clearing the house in the initial stages, got the team into the Champions League final, And his players decide to celebrate with the fans. These are fans who have not celebrated anything in a long while, 20 years. Last time they were there was in 2006. And you are telling them how to celebrate. No, the game is some weeks away. Allow them to feel the moment, then enjoy the moment, soak in the work they have done, and appreciate for the fans to appreciate whatever the team has put together.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, the comment was quite unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I think when people think about Arsenal, sometimes they see Arsenal as maybe that they are young cousins, nephews, and like. I think in the minds of people, they feel that no, Arsenal. I don't know where it is. Are you? Why? They feel like you guys are some underachievers, and to be fair,
You think it's an issue of underachieving? No.
No, I think because mentally, when we mention Arsenal, what comes to your mind first? Like the way you hear Arsenal, what comes to your mind?
You say he left his bottle in the house. So it means it was let me bottleless.
No.
No, but in the minds of people, to be honest, and you can try and just based on the interactions you had with people, you can tell me when people hear Arsenal, what comes to their mind?
Look,
Some young boys, young players, being academy
I mean,
boys.
I said it to you before we started. We're the team most people love to hate.
Yeah.
And it comes from one simple place, the Invincible season. Because in the build-up to that season, it was us and Man United going head-to-head, competing for almost everything that was out there. And Wenger went head-to-head with Sir Alex and made that statement before we got into the season. And I think that triggered everybody.
Wait, he made what statement before he got to the season?
That this team that I have can go the season unbeaten. But we were losing the title to Man United at the time, the season prior. And get into the season after that.
It's like people felt that you have no right. No right to speak like that. No right to compete for the big title. You're like, no, this is where you deserve. This is where you deserve to be. People feel that this is where you deserve to be. So if you are fighting for the title or fighting for the champions, like, no, you guys.
And to be fair to everyone, even growing up, when you look at Arsenal, away from the trophies in the early 20s, or you look at a team that is like, let's train the boys and then make money. Make cash
and let's make it to top four. Like your struggle was all
and we are okay. You get it. So for majority of the last,
10 years,
last 10, 20 years, maybe that is what Arsenal has been reduced to. But then they needed that moment. They needed to pick it up, and I thought it was something that had been coming from the departure of Wenger. They saw the need to now become big boys again. It was always going to take time, especially when you are reduced to a certain level. It was always going to take time. So look at the clearing of the house that Mikel Arteta did, the fact that they came close to winning the Premier League on some occasions, and now the level that they've gotten to. So I'm not surprised that people are hating them. Look, if my father or my brother also supported Arsenal, just maybe, I would also have, because Charlie, they almost kasa.
No, but it's true.
But for the right reasons.
Arsenal fans are very
but
witty.
these days for the right
Strangely,
reasons.
they are very witty. Charlie, to me, kasa. Only sharp.
These days for the right
we
reasons.
are quick on social media.
We'll
come for
sharp. That's the thing. And people have always wondered why Charlie, win here. And this time around, they have the opportunity to silence everybody who says that. And so where's your Champions League? When everybody's making argument, hey, Champions League now. That's one thing that Chelsea fans have always used against it. So where's your Champions League? They never won Champions League.
No. 2006 final, they lost.
We have an opportunity to do it, and it's going to happen.
See, if it happens, leave the world for Arsenal fans. Charlie.
Because what they are on the verge of doing, and I heard somebody actually make that point, that this is probably, it was Michael Carrick or someone like that who made that point. I think it was Sky Sports, that this is probably the greatest achievement by an English club in the last decade, he said. And he said that, look, if you look at in the context of where Arsenal have been, and to look at what they are capable of, they're on the verge of achieving this season, to win the Premier League and the Champions League, this double, these two trophies, in the context of where the club has been in the last years, is incredible. He says that no club has achieved that. No club has achieved that. To have gone through what Arsenal have been through in the last few years, and their moment of success is to win the Premier League and the Champions League. No club has achieved that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the road to the Champions League final. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a very impressive record. We've bettered even our record from last season,
yeah.
and you can't. It's a fact you can't overlook.
Yeah.
So go one game better and then come up tops. Then we've done the Invincibles in the Champions League as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can you tell us?
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
We ain't you. Leave the
can't tell
world
me-
to
you
Arsenal fans.
Chelsea
If
people
Arsenal
for
do it,
No, why Chelsea? I mean, everybody is hating you. United fans are hating you.
But
Why is it Chelsea
no,
fans that you
when-
are mentioning it here?
you know the
What
funny
are
thing.
fans
I told myself I won't say Chelsea today.
Hey, man, again, I
The
like.
funny thing is when they are talking with on social media and it's Chelsea and Arsenal, they will say everything. No, then Chelsea fans will be like, "Show me your European trophy." And so, Obeji no ka obo odi an usuru. Yem se so.
I feel no waje back.
On Sanji, you have no Obeji.
I feel no waje back. Look, I feel no waje back.
What fan is waji won?
No, me say I feel. What's this Ojia? I mean, say I feel no waje back.
And I don't know yem se. I don't know yem se so.
You see, the only thing Arsenal fans can now celebrate is that yes, when you say show me your Champions League,
They will
you
show.
me. But then I'll ask you, how many have you won? Yeah, you understand? Because right now we are talking to EPL that Charlie make you wear the thing again this season, next season. The Club World Cup. We want to wear. We'll wear them again next season.
Chala?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. We won't wear them again this season. But if you look at and Omar, maybe just touch on that briefly. If you look at what your club has done in the last 6 years or so with Mikel Arteta, where you are at the moment, I think it's clearly the reward of hard work, the reward of patience, hard work, investment. That's what we've seen here. This you didn't achieve this by a mistake or by some chance.
No. I mean, Arteta, all credits to him, but at the same time, he's somebody who's a little stubborn. But all credit to him for having stuck to his principles and what the mindset he came in with and the philosophy he came in with. Clean house, go with the players that identify with the philosophy that he's bringing in, and somehow it's worked.
Yeah.
It always got him close to the line, but never over the line. And we're close to the line again this season.
Yeah.
How that turns out, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, just look at your journey to the final in the Champions League. In terms of the league phase, you had some very important wins. You got a win against Athletic Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Club Brugge. And this was in the league phase. Look at the teams you face: Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Club Brugge. In the league phase. In the knockout phase, you had to defeat Bayern Leverkusen, then a 3-1 on aggregate. Then you defeated Sporting 1-0 on aggregate. And then in the semi-final, you had Atletico Madrid. In fact, if anybody say that you guys have had an easy path to the Champions League final, I think it would be unfair because what you did in the
It would
league
be a lie.
phase- Yeah, that's the point because you cannot discredit any of the teams here.
Yeah.
Of course, we want to look at some of the teams in terms of looking at them on paper. Club Brugge is not a team on any day that you fancy against
I
Arsenal.
mean, the only team I'll
Bilbao, even you can't fancy Bilbao
no,
against
no,
Arsenal.
not Bilbao.
Kairat.
The only team I'll put an asterisk against is Atletico because they are not in their best moments.
Yeah.
And that is the only game I'll put an asterisk again. But any game before that was not an easy game.
But if you look at the knockout phase, though, the teams you had to face in the knockout phase, I mean, respectfully, though,
Leverkusen.
yeah, I mean, Leverkusen, round of 16.
Bayern Munich, Inter Milan.
No, league phase. Knockout phase.
Knockout phase.
Knockout
Round of
phase.
16,
Leverkusen,
Leverkusen. On any
Sporting.
day, we'll tip Arsenal over Leverkusen. All right? I'm being very careful about this comment because this thing, Charlie, it can get you so much hate on.
Leverkusen coming from the season they had before.
No, I mean, and we've seen them this season, Leverkusen. I mean, respectfully, this
yeah.
season,
Well.
they've really struggled. They went for Ten Hag, it didn't work out. I think they are probably in their second coach or third coach at the moment this season. They've really
Yeah,
struggled.
but you can't call them pushovers as well.
Yeah, fair enough. But on any day, will you tip Leverkusen over Arsenal? On any day?
No.
Because you went there, you went to Germany.
Not
What was
this,
the
not
scoreline?
this season.
I think they played out a 1-1 draw in Germany.
1-1 draw in
Yeah.
Germany. You know, and even at home, we saw how you had to dig deep, but you did the job, and everybody tipped you to win it. So I don't want to discredit or try to belittle the work you did against Leverkusen. But we're saying on paper, on any day, you choose Arsenal over Leverkusen because of what you've done so far this season. That's from the round of 16, then you phase through quarterfinals. You
Sporting.
play Sporting.
Yeah.
Because it was an option between Bodo Glimt and Sporting. You understand? It was Bodo Glimt or Sporting.
Yeah.
But if you look at the
Sporting.
work Sporting did against Bodo Glimt,
Bodo Glimt,
who
yeah.
themselves had done so well in the lead up to the quarterfinals.
First leg.
First leg.
Yeah.
All right. Brilliant work in the first leg, and Sporting showed some masterclass in the second leg. And even Bodo Glimt, in the lead up to them making it to the knockout phase,
impressive.
it was a great work.
Impressive.
So nobody, but Bodo Glimt Arsenal, Sporting Arsenal. Chairman, we don't say it in there. You can't.
Now you are in settings mode.
No,
Yeah,
Now you're in settings mode.
I think
Now you're in settings mode.
if you are looking at it on paper, then you are probably putting Arsenal ahead of them. But then if you looked at the performances
on the day,
or the performances in the competition, I thought you would want to see this team would probably cause issues for Arsenal because it was more of, especially if you take the Sporting game, for instance, Sporting were more of a free scoring side.
Yes.
And Arsenal, I mean, not scoring too many, but they were defensively solid. So it was how they were going to get their way out of, I mean, blocking or closing those offensive threats from Sporting and then getting one of their own. And it was what they did because at the end of the day, I think it was just one goal.
One goal difference.
Yeah, which proved how difficult it was for Arsenal to get over the line. So I mean, the very important thing is getting it over the line. They managed to do that, but it didn't come easy. So I wouldn't want to say Arsenal had an easy path. Look, they've really had to work to make the Champions League final.
Yeah, because like you said, if you look at the game, yes, on paper it's Sporting. On paper it was Bayer Leverkusen. On paper it was Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
But if you look at the game they had to play, if you look at the effort they had to put into those games, then you can say, no, man, don't just look at the team's name and say it was easy for us. They had to suffer.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They really had to suffer.
On many occasions, we had the team had to dig deep. And again, this is where I'll come for Arteta because at the same time he likes to make things difficult for himself. And if you're looking at the situation with the left back or with the midfield or with the front line, he sets things up so well, and at the same time he's an own same guy who undoes it for himself. And if it wasn't up until maybe this semi-finals and the last 4 games in the EPL where you saw him try to revert people back to their positions and then play to the strengths of the striker, things dramatically turned around.
And
I think
when you say he played to the strengths of the striker and got players playing in the right position, just a little more specifics. Just give us a sense of what that means so that we can get the picture more clear.
So, Gyökeres.
Yeah.
People have been on his case the whole season where he's not the right fit, or we are not getting the goals. But this is a guy who's been somewhat close to 20 goals this season. Howbeit, he can do better, or he can outdo the numbers that he did if we had played to his strengths. You saw
what is his strength?
Staying with the defenders, early pass, break the lines, and he's gone. But we are the ones who like to move the ball, progress slowly in the transitions, and then go upfield into the third. And by the time we get there, these people have set up their backline. And we are making things difficult for ourselves. So now you need somebody who's maybe going to lob the ball over, and that is not really his strength. No.
Yeah, I think also adding to it, for majority, of the second half of the season, people were rooting for Miles Lewis Kelly to come into the
Thank
team.
you.
Yeah.
Look, this is, if you are moving him from left back position, if you feel he's not your cut for that left back area, move him into the middle part of the pitch where he's very comfortable, where he's able to push the ball forward.
Yeah.
And I watched that game against Fulham to start with, and I think, look, this is someone who should have come into the team way earlier than you have introduced him. Not to say Zubimendi is not that man, but Zubimendi, anytime he's played, I think for the last 4 or 5 games, has looked very leggy for me. You needed that kind of player who will push the ball, that kind of player who is comfortable receiving and also driving. And that is what Lewis Kelly gives you. I've always had an issue with someone like Martin Odegaard. Not because it's not good, because I thought he's slow. Has a tendency. Yeah.
I also have a big problem with Eze.
Well, my problem with Eze would have to be the fact that he's careless. Very careless.
Then we agree on something.
He looks very casual on the ball. But when it comes to he being swift, being quick, in taking the ball forward. I think or laying the ball off. I think he's much better in spaces as compared to Martin
The
Odegaard.
situation here is when we meet teams that like to have possession.
Yeah.
And we need to give the ball away, so they hang on the ball, and then we do the press or we do the defense. As if for me, as a passenger.
Yeah.
And they come right through the middle.
I actually agree.
Actually agree. Right
Which is why I feel the games against Fulham and then Atletico, he's played some of his best games. Because, look, there was one point where I talk about his casual, he being casual. The game against Fulham, he almost lost a ball that almost led to a Fulham goal. And
exactly.
I was going mad because it's happened one too many times. And I thought it was even part of the reasons why he was pulled off in that game against Manchester City.
Because he let the ball go for the goal.
Yeah. But what about the argument? And I'm going to come, so we talked briefly about your opponents in the final, PSG, just in terms of their path to the final. What about the argument that some say, if you look at the teams you face in the knockout phase of the competition, and they say that you've not been properly tested, and maybe that is why you might have a challenge in the final. How do you respond to that?
What do they mean by not being properly?
That you've not been tested. The
Look,
teams you face have not tested you properly.
It's one thing to look at the team on paper and say, just by the name or just by the team or where they stand in their league position, Arsenal has the advantage. Yes, we had that blistering run in the EPL that made us look very formidable. But then come what? February down to March and April, we haven't been at our best. And you can't use the first half of the season to say on paper, then Arsenal are the best. Yes, we have a good squad, but injuries have set in and people are on the table in the medical room. But come the second half of the season, we haven't been at our particular best like the first half of the season. Especially with the players that were left to play the second half of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at PSG, they are path to the final. PSG themselves, in the league phase, they finished 11th. They had victories against Atalanta. They played Barcelona. They had Bayern Leverkusen in there. They had Tottenham Hotspur in there. They won all of these games. Then in the knockout phase, they had to play Monaco. A game ended 5-4 on aggregate. And then they had to play Chelsea 8-2. And then they defeated Liverpool very comfortably. And then in the semi-final, they had to face Bayern Munich. And then they are in the final. I mean, comparatively, just on paper, it's fair to say PSG have had a more difficult path to the final. Or even, of course, that is a bit questionable even, because if you look at the state of Chelsea at the moment, I think any team that faces Chelsea in the state they are in at the moment, to be fair, I don't think you call it a difficult game. However, one side to Chelsea also is that they can be very stubborn in the Champions League. They know how to play these cup competitions. You can say Chelsea is poor in the league phase. They are struggling. But there's a team that when they meet in the Champions League, they can show you a completely different attitude. We saw the game they played against Napoli.
Yeah.
They game they played against Barcelona. They can be stubborn in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know, but on paper, I mean, Chelsea at the moment is struggling. I mean, Monaco, etc. But it's fair to say, just fair to say that in the knockout phase, PSG have been tested. They've had to.
No, I mean,
they've probably had to suffer much more than.
Not to take anything away from them, or to take anything away from Arsenal. Even if you ask Omar, he will probably agree with you that PSG may be a stronger side as compared to Arsenal.
No doubt. I won't disagree. I won't disagree with that.
He said he won't disagree.
Yeah. So he will agree to it. But then what also makes this PSG side, I mean, a bit weak will probably have to be the fact that they concede too many goals. As we were talking about before the start of our show, they've only kept up 4 clean sheets the whole of the Champions League season out of 16 games that they've played. So it tells you the kind of troubles they have defensively. However, on their best day, when they go forward, when they are offensive, that is where the issue is, because they operate freely. They are able to score goals, create loads of chances. And I thought even the goals to their name, 44 goals so far, does not even do justice to how well offensively they have been.
So they've scored 44 so far in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And they've conceded how many?
Not too sure how many they've conceded, but they've just kept 4 clean sheets this campaign in the Champions League. So yes, PSG, they've faced big tests. They've come their way out of it. But there's the Champions League. Any team doesn't come any easier. It's all about you, how you strategize.
One of the things I've observed about PSG is that I think from the quarterfinals, or maybe from the round of 16, they played Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah.
Then it was the quarterfinals they played Chelsea.
I think round
Round of 16
Chelsea.
they played Chelsea.
Yeah.
And what was interesting in that, the round of 16, they played the game at home first.
Yeah.
And they had to go away to try and defend their victory at home. Quarterfinals, they played at home. Then they had to go and defend the result away.
Yeah.
Semi-final again. And they had to go and defend their result away from home. That's an incredible job. You contrast that with Arsenal. Round of 16, where did you play the first leg? Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Germany.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Then quarterfinals, you played it in Portugal.
Yeah. Basically the
I
same
mean,
as-
because of our position the
Yeah.
last season, we have the home advantage coming into this season. So I mean,
So if you look at it even in context,
you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
you look at it in context, it's interesting. Yeah, Arsenal have had the opportunity to play the second leg, all of the second leg, the defining game at home. And that's a big advantage. You can't discount that.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't discount that. And on any day, I'll take the path that we had
Yeah.
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 going to the final.
Because like you said, it could have fallen to anybody. Anybody could
It
have
could.
benefited from
It
that.
could.
in the past that
I mean-
that has been more like
no, I mean, Champions League hasn't been the place where fixtures have favored us.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about that.
You've had to, once upon a time, meet the likes of, just look at the last season, the path you had to be on.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to face Real Madrid, man.
Bayern again.
Yes.
Let's put the record that they got that pass because they earned it.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, fair enough. But it also helped them. That's the point. And I think I've heard people say that to that. Mention any team in the world who wouldn't want such a path. Do you think teams wake
I
up
mean,
one day
even-
and say that
I was-
I want to play PSG in the semi-finals?
I was going to mention, like, if you take some of these things, go to the past, look at Real Madrid. Anytime they have gone on to win the Champions League, they've played most of the decisive games on home soil. The second leg of these games on home soil.
Yeah.
That's where they tell you about the Bernabeu crowd and all
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So for
Yeah.
for Arsenal, I think it's one of those things.
Yeah, somebody
The
say, well,
performance
Arsenal
gets
had
what it
some,
deserves.
didn't get difficult teams. Go and ask Bayern Munich. Go and ask Bayern Munich. Go and ask PSG. Ask Barcelona. That if they were given, before the start of the Champions League, that Charlie, we are giving you the path that Arsenal, ask them if they will take it or not take it. Everybody will
Quick.
take it. Quick. They will not even, you think teams want to wake up and be planning for a game against
Charlie.
Bayern Munich in the semi-final? Ask Luis Enrique how you suffered. Did you see, I think about when Hurricane equalized
Yeah.
with some few minutes to go?
The millie.
My goodness. Go ask them.
He was like,
Hey, Charlie, nobody could sit down. Nobody could sit down. You know, it was tough. It's tough. No one wishes for a tough game in the Champions
Yeah.
League. But the benefit of that is that it prepares you. It tests you. And I think Arsenal, that game against Atletico Madrid was tough, but they turned out big time. But in terms of realistically, your chances in the final, at this point, how do you feel? Do you seriously feel you can win it?
oh, I mean,
Or you're just being like, Charlie, you know, go and
no,
go.
not in any sense of the word. I mean, we're in the final. There's every reason to be confident and optimistic. You're facing PSG. I'm actually very happy with meeting PSG. Of the two, Bayern and PSG, I would prefer PSG on any day.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Saka mentioned something that deep down,
They knew who
they
wanted to
knew who
face.
and you think it was PSG they wanted?
very much PSG.
Why?
Very much PSG. Number one, there's history. Number two, we've played Bayern this season. And if you look at Arsenal's history in the competition again, teams that you faced earlier where you've gotten the better of them, going forward if you meet them, it doesn't always go our way. So Bayern, based on history, Bayern wasn't the team I wanted to meet in the final. Very much PSG. We haven't faced PSG this season. which gives us a clean slate
But you still have a history against PSG, don't you?
from last season.
Yes.
And
Remember they beat you 5
and thankfully they
Was it
haven't
last
ta-
season?
Come again.
Was it last season you lost 5 goals to nil?
I think they lost in the semi-finals.
Semi-finals. And thankfully, we haven't seen them. We haven't faced them this season.
Yeah.
History shows that they haven't changed the team, not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same team they won with that we're facing. So we know them, or we faced them before. So it helps in the preparation that we're going to go into the final with. And again, there's history. There's a tale of the tape where you can tell from the final they had with Inter, which shows in somewhat the type of game that we play on a regular, where we are able to release the ball to you and sit in the low block. If you're going to do that against PSG, you have history from Inter Milan that tells you what's going to happen if that's what you do. You go out. There's a history of the tale from the semi-final against Bayern, where the first leg, if you go all out, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, there are many ways in which you can look
But
at
in
this.
terms of the best approach, and of course, we'll get to talk about it. The final is on the 30th of May. We have some time to analyze the game and to just get a sense of how Arsenal is going to approach. What do you think will be the most ideal approach to this game for you?
The best approach is not to go all out against them, but have a plan for what you're going to do in transition, and that is the best approach for me, because you can't play them the 90 minutes. They have players that can run at you for the 90 minutes, and they're going to come at you. So have a plan where you are able to manage the game, but essentially have a plan for when you're in the transition going forward. Then you have a chance in the game.
Charlie, I saw a certain stat fine. My heart caught for us now, but then again, it's football. 2014, just 2014. Remember the Europa League final?
Yeah.
Or the Europa League season? Bayer Leverkusen were unbeaten throughout the whole period.
Yeah.
And then they got to the final. Guess what happened? They lost.
Yeah, they lost. They lost to Atalanta, was it?
2025, Europa League final, or the Manchester United, unbeaten throughout the whole period. They got to the
lost.
final, they lost.
So they shouldn't.
Charlie,
So they shouldn't pride themselves in the fact that
Where
we have been-
from this
I
start?
don't know. I don't know.
You know,
See, I woke up. That was the first thing that I saw him in a certain WhatsApp group. And like,
So Arsenal shouldn't pride themselves so much in the fact that they've been unbeaten in the.
oh, but Charlie, we go change them.
So
My man.
so there's a first time to everything. You can
That's the
go-
first time for everything.
Charlie.
Yeah. But for me, I think that going to the final is a good commemoration of the 20 years since you last made it to the final. But it is not guaranteed that you win it, because it could just happen that what happened to you 20 years ago could happen to you. Because 20 years ago, you went to the final. That has been checked.
Zach,
Yeah.
Zach.
All right? 20
Zach,
years ago, you lost in
Zach,
the final.
Zach.
Yeah.
And that could be checked. And the only other element in this 20 years, which could also be checked, is that 20 years ago, you won the league. Is that correct?
20 years, yeah.
And that could be checked.
With Henry.
So for some funny reason, I don't know, I haven't dreamt about this. Is not prophetic or anything. This is just me saying that what happened 20 years ago could happen this year, which is Arsenal will win the league, which looks pretty much possible. Arsenal have made it to the final, which has happened, and Arsenal went on to lose the Champions League final. This could happen. And please don't come after me. I'm not saying that. Oh, you see, because these videos are go TL top,
I'm looking at you sideways. What?
The point is that anything can happen.
Yeah.
All right, anything can happen. All right, anything can happen. But guys, just to touch on this part of it briefly, we cannot also discount what PSG and Luis Enrique have done. We are talking about back-to-back final with this PSG team. This is
Impressive.
crazy.
Impressive.
This is ridiculous.
Impressive.
Back-to-back final. If you
Can
look at the team they're using
You can't discredit
for the
him.
back-to-back final,
And one thing I've picked
these are
from-
not like some superstars. With all
No,
due
no, no,
respect to
no,
some of
no.
the players.
Yeah, yeah.
These are quality players, quality team that Luis Enrique has built.
From his time taking over the job, one thing he's always maintained is that you always have to be a team player. Yes, there are certain times the individual glories would come, but then first thing you need to do is to be a team player. And if you speak to or if you listen to all of the players who have spoken after they made the final, or even after in the course of the Champions League route,
Yeah.
they tell you that at PSG, if you don't run, you sit on the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dembele said that.
Yeah.
Dembele, I think, was it the
Come on, Dembele. Yeah.
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 It is how they play for each other, how they know that in these moments someone else is supposed to be the star, and sometimes it is how they understand that even my dummy or my pass could be the turning point.
Yeah.
It is a team that has moved away from what we knew, buying superstars and use them to try to get glory out of it. It hasn't worked.
It's something that they tried. It didn't work out.
Luis Campos, Luis Enrique sat down and felt we need to move from that tradition. Because if plan A hasn't worked, let's move to plan B.
Yeah.
And gladly for them, I feel proud. And one man who wouldn't feel proud is Kylian Mbappe.
Why wouldn't he feel proud?
If I am Kylian Mbappe, I'll sit down like,
Did I walk away from this?
yeah,
No, but it's just so fair.
maybe I could have changed my ways and also
Thank you.
fitted in. It works. But then this is someone who look overly ambitious, wanting everything for himself. Charlie, who also player
No,
that
but
way.
he did his best for PSG, didn't he? I don't think there's any PSG
Look,
fan.
and-
Yeah, we can talk about his attitude. But
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe was in the team when PSG made it to the final. They couldn't win.
My
He
thi-
was in the team when PSG, at the very least, were making it to the semi-final.
Yes. Look,
Like he took the team
issue-
as far as he can. They just couldn't make it. It's just unfortunate.
Once you kung fu don't for that.
Oh, terrible.
You can be the driving force, but when it gets to the crucial moment and you are letting the team down, at that point nobody is going to remember everything you have done in the past too. No, but absolutely nobody.
No, but the point I'm making
Look,
is that
at
no one
where-
can
at
say
the
that.
start- at the
No one
start-
can
no, no,
say
no, at the start of
that
the season,
Kylian
he was
Mbappe
banging
at
in-
PSG
he's banging
did
in
not
goals.
do his best
Look,
for the club. He
Zach,
did his best for the
he's
club.
banging in goals for Real Madrid, continues to bang in goals, over 40-something goals for Real Madrid. But when the team is going trophyless, the fans are putting out a petition signing that, hey, leave my club. You think they don't go back and look at the goals you have scored? At this moment, they are pointless.
So because the argument people are making, Lawrence, and the argument people are making is that, look, maybe the problem in the PSG team was Kylian Mbappe. And because Kylian Mbappe has left the PSG team, that's why now PSG team is in back-to-back final. I think it's an unfair statement.
Look,
to make.
maybe
To be
the
honest,
problem is that...
I think it's unfair.
Look, maybe the problem is that Luis Enrique sat you down, showed you videos. Kylian, press here. And yesterday, I happened to also watch a video of Mbappe in an interview. And it's like, sometimes people criticize him. It is constructive criticism that he doesn't defend. And for him, he feels that is his style. He can't defend. I'm like, oh, really? You're supposed to be a team player. Oh. You are supposed to help because at some point when we are down, we will need you to score goals. But at some point when we are scoring goals and they are overscoring us, you are also a problem.
Was there ever a point when Luis Enrique was managing Barcelona that he directed Messi that, hey, when the team is defending, come and defend? Was there ever a point?
Is there a point where
Was there ever a
Mbappe
point?
is Messi?
No, I'm making an argument. And that stems from the fact that in
Aren't
every
you
team,
comparing oranges and apples?
No, to be fair, that's in the context of in every team, there are certain individuals who are exempted from certain responsibilities because at every point in the game, the coaches want to maximize their strength in the game. And whether we like it, and you talk about that video where, what's the name? Luis Enrique was showing that, look, I want you to press, He also admitted that the guy, look, his best strength is when he's running.
But what
You
was the
understand?
key point?
The key point was about defending.
Good.
All right? Was about defending. I agree. And I'm also suggesting to you that whether we like it or not, yeah, Kylian Mbappe, maybe he had those shortcomings that he didn't defend. But it is not peculiar to Kylian Mbappe. There are players who sometimes find it difficult to do that. And I cite the example of Lionel Messi. To be very honest with you, if you in this PSG setup, Lionel Messi was in this PSG setup. Be very frank with me. Do you think Luis Enrique will be insisting that, hey, Lionel Messi, go and defend, go and track back? You will not.
What does Messi offer?
Messi clearly give him the ball. He will find a space. He will create the chances.
He's
for you. He will score the
good.
goals for
I
you.
like the creativity.
That's the point.
But in a point where we are not having we don't have the creativity coming, you won't get to the ball scrum and watch it go.
No, but the point still stands. If Lionel Messi was in this PSG team, will Luis Enrique be sitting down Lionel Messi and telling him, hey, we want you go back, track back in the field?
Maybe
Will
we
he
will
say
never
that?
know.
Oh, we'll never know. Saying.
No, maybe we'll never
We'll
know.
never know, saying. But he's
No,
he's clear.
maybe we'll never
Come on,
know.
He's clear.
No, wasn't this question asked of Guardiola once?
That
That why are you getting your strikers, which is Haaland and the likes, coming back to help with defense? And this wasn't the situation when you were back at Barcelona.
Yeah.
And he looked at the guy who asked the question. He's like, "Do you know who Messi is? Can you tell Messi to go and defend?"
Exactly.
So what if Glenn Mbappe feels like, I'm at that level where I
It's
don't
a
need to do
feeling.
that?
That is why.
You think he doesn't have the right to
That's
feel
a-
that way?
Can you tell Messi to defend?
And he's also saying, why should you tell me to defend?
Oh no, then Awaji.
You know, it's just but I think it's clear. It's clear that this PSG team has chalked the success that they have because Luis Enrique have gotten them to believe in the team. Because I think the biggest example of that was what happened when they faced Bayern Munich, and Ousmane Dembele was substituted in the 66th minute.
Yeah.
And what everybody was paying attention to was his body language. He was substituted 66th minute. And the reason why he was substituted wasn't because he had an injury or anything. No, because he was
He wasn't
struggling
offer-
to track
yeah.
back and defend. And what everybody was looking at was his body language. And people were contrasting that with an incident where even Vinicius Jr., when he was substituted in one of the games like that, and the way he was reacting, a few other things. And for me, that was a perfect example of the teamwork that Luis Enrique has imbibed in the players.
Yeah.
That we can take you off in the 60th minute, and the Ballon d'Or winner, the current Ballon d'Or winner, the current best player in the world will still go out there shaking everybody's hand and allowing the next player to come.
I mean, let's not forget that Luis Enrique hasn't faced this problem that Vinicius is having. It was the same with Dembele when he started out at PSG, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He had the same
Attitude, eh?
attitude. And Luis Enrique had to whip him in line.
Exactly.
And here we have. And here we have the Dembele that we have now. Imagine if he hadn't decided that, look, I'm going to have that team mentality. It would have been a different story altogether by now.
Yeah. And I think hopefully some of your players are listening because we've seen Madueke even do so. It was like, there's up to Madueke and he's throwing tantrums. Are you kidding me?
Madwiki.
He's throwing tantrums.
Madwiki.
But I think it's going to be a great
This is what happens when you inherit from Chelsea.
What is all this?
Baby
Producer, delete it.
No. I ain't fair, man. I ain't fair. But so that's one trophy that Arsenal is on the verge of winning. The other one has to do with the Premier League. They're also on the verge of doing. Because of what happened on Monday, the draw that Man City played against Everton, the dynamics have really gone in favor of Arsenal. What do they have to do? Win the rest of your 3 games in the Premier League and you're crowned champions. It's as simple as that, but not as easy as it sounds. They've got a big game against West Ham. West Ham are in a relegation fight. Is bloody, and they're hosting Arsenal at home. Big game for them. They've got to pick point in that game, and Arsenal know that they can't afford to drop point at this stage of the competition. Charlie, let me just start with you, Lawrence. Charlie, I don't know. If you look at the games remaining for Arsenal, I don't think they can drop points in any of these games. They can actually win it.
Yeah.
They can actually win it. But in the context of some of the teams, because they've got a game against Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah.
The
last one
against Crystal Palace. They've got one against West Ham, but there's one in the middle, which
Burnley.
Burnley, they are relegated. I don't think Burnley will offer any competition whatsoever. They really don't.
Wolves beat us.
So West Ham, Burnley,
That one
Crystal
today.
Palace.
That one today. Yeah, that one today. But you have to win all these games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, it's all to do for.
Yeah.
It's all to do for.
Saliba says it's 4 finals you've got, then you can win all of them.
I think
Pretty much, 4 finals. The way you look at it, it's just 4 games to the end of the season.
yeah.
You have to put in your all. I mean, I was listening to what's his name, Saka, his interview after the Champions League, and he was talking about how he has no business being on the field at this current moment but the medics didn't pass him fit, and he wasn't supposed to be on the field or even running or anything. But where it's gotten to, where every game is a final, he spoke to.
Even if you are 30% fit, you've got to come
Even
and
if you're
do your part.
30% fit, you get on the field, deliver what you can, and then Charlie get the job done and then walk off. So for the rest of the players, this is the time where everybody has to chip in, even Madueke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all to do for now. Do or die.
I think their biggest test is against West Ham this weekend.
Yeah. Just because West Ham are in the
Is it West
relegation
Ham?
zone.
Because I feel Crystal Palace
Look,
present a more standard.
Yeah,
I think
so
in the
the
context of
the fact that
demands, because
West
by
Ham,
that time,
West Ham are
Crystal
fighting
Palace-
relegation zone, they are fighting to survive in the league. So they come with a bit of more desire, and also the fact that they lost their last game against Brentford. They would want to come and distance themselves from Tottenham because too close.
Charlie, Tottenham is coming.
Yeah.
As a true Arsenal fan, any day I'd probably lose to West Ham. So
that's
Tottenham
less
can
kind of-
relegation.
Yeah, sacrifice the Premier League so that
Just so Tottenham can get out of the EPL.
But there's a game that Arsenal know that they really need to get it over the line because, especially when you know you are going away, it could be intimidating, could be tiring, but when you know you have had your Champions League slots covered,
because
you have to
right
fight
now all
for
they've got is
everything.
the Premier League.
Yeah.
All you've got
From here on, it's just a 3
just the
game,
Premier League.
2-week break back.
Yeah.
So they just need to go for it, put out their best performance the players already do. A final is a final, regardless where the competition is happening.
Yeah.
Final against West Ham, final against Burnley, final against Crystal Palace, and I think they understand it more than
I
even
think
the
they
fans.
have the quality to do it. They really have the quality to do it. They can go on and win the Premier League. They have to, and because look, what you're likely to see is that a situation where in the final game against Crystal Palace, they are not in danger of relegation or anything, but maybe they are fighting for some European sport.
Europa, yeah.
Okay, they are fighting for some
European, yeah.
Yeah, European sport. But what they've also got is that they've got a final. They are likely to be in the final of the Conference League.
Yeah.
And in that final game against you, I'm not sure when they are playing the finals of the Conference League, but depending on when they are playing it, you might have a situation where, Charlie, they want to rest some players and focus on the Conference League, especially that time.
That's what they've been doing
In recent times, yeah.
recent times.
Especially after they
Giving
play the
away
first
games.
leg, yeah.
That's what they've been doing. So I don't see any difference.
Yeah, so by that time, if the Conference League final is a bit close, because I'm not sure when that is happening, and maybe their league sport is also guaranteed, and that game happens to be a critical game, you might just have them feeling
They have to play City too, so
yeah, that's the outstanding game.
yeah.
That's the outstanding game. Yeah.
When Arsenal lost the league in 2023 season, they went and then dropped points at West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah. So, wow.
I mean, you need to learn from some of these past happenings. That is the reason I say it's an Arsenal team. Arsenal 2 years ago, Arsenal last season know what they need to get right.
Yeah.
They know what they need to avoid, in order to make sure that they wrap up this title. Because look, I always say there's been so many repetition of whatever has happened this season. Points where Arsenal have gone so many points clear, then they drop points. Man City catch up.
Yeah.
It's happened one too many times, and I don't think Arsenal would want that to happen again.
What Everton did for them on Monday was the biggest.
Could have been
favor.
better.
It was the biggest favor that Arsenal can afford to
Yeah.
to mess up. With it's the biggest favor because where they find themselves in now is a very good opportunity. And if they drop points against West Ham, I think Mikel Arteta, Charlie, you might be on the verge of losing 2 trophies when you could have actually won all of them. Yeah, that's where they could be because, Charlie, it will be chaotic. And I think, Charlie, can you imagine? Last week I was here talking about, can you imagine Arsenal being in the finals? Can you imagine Arsenal actually losing?
Charlie. Don't come and spoil.
Arsenal losing.
We are doing a party for Omar. You want to spoil it.
I don't know why.
Hey,
we are doing a party for Omar. You want to spoil it.
But to be fair, those are realities. Those are 2 things that can happen.
What type of reality?
That you can go
In
on
what
and
universe?
lose. There's a world where you can lose those 2 trophies.
Oh,
There's a world where you can lose those 2 trophies.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
No, but there's a world where you can.
From where he sits.
Think about it. Think about it.
Eh?
If you're an Arsenal player and you've been at this club for the last 5 to 6 years,
Yeah.
and you haven't won anything, and you've been constantly laughed at, especially in the last 3 years, and you have an opportunity to make a name for yourself or make a statement. My God.
So just on the back of that, what you could end up being is that you could either end up being, and I think Henry put it really, really powerfully. He said they were the invincibles, and this crop of Arsenal players could end up becoming the unforgettables. And they become the unforgettables by becoming maybe the biggest achievers in Arsenal's history in the last 20 years, or the biggest bottlers in Arsenal's history in the last 20
You have to
years.
add that.
No, because it's 2 things. You could become the biggest achievers, so the biggest and the achievers, and I think that's interesting. So big games happening. Chelsea have got a game against Liverpool. I don't know what Chelsea's fighting for at the moment. Luckily, they are not fighting to avoid relegation. They're still there. I really don't know what they're fighting for at the moment. Because Champions League
Say you are
sport
fighting for your lives.
is crazy, man.
You are fighting for your lives.
Charlie, yeah, bro. Hey. Yeah, bro. Yeah, to be sure Chelsea football is
1 minute. Yeah.
Charlie. This is a Monday 2 p.m.
Yeah, what was that? How did that
Because
happen?
it was a holiday in London. It was a holiday, so 2 p.m. everybody's available. It was a bank holiday, so people were available to go and watch the game, relax. Good way to spend.
It felt like they snuck that game behind a lot of people.
It was a holiday, so yeah, people had time to come and relax, spend their holiday afternoon. But
Then Chelsea stress you.
Charlie. And I watched the game. I was like, Charlie, then because where then crown? McFarlane, then what? Charlie, we've got like 6 games losing streak in the Premier League. Like it's mad. It's unbelievable, Charlie. We've suffered though. Charlie, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, but
Charlie, bro. No, but even that one goal, maybe that was the only excitement. That was a great goal. That's probably a goal of the season contender.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's a way crying. It's there. But we are equally facing another team that Charlie they struggle fast. Liverpool. Come on, Charlie. No, Liverpool. No, but that game against United.
United.
Fun,
Yeah.
oh, that was fun. That was really fun.
it was a good
It
game.
was.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I didn't see a way in the game back for them.
For Liverpool. Yeah.
Come the second half,
Yeah, it was
they had United on 10
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's the game that gives me a little hope that maybe Charlie, that could be the maybe that maybe it's not Liverpool. I teach you rest. It's about 1 3. I mean, no, but say Chelsea share Liverpool. As long as you're my pamino. Because it's one thing if Man United score you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. But if Chelsea come to Anfield and beat you there, you say, Chairman, no. Yeah, you know.
At this point, I think even for Liverpool, not so much to play for because they also are totally on the line of Premier League football.
Yeah.
Almost already secured because
Yeah,
58
Champions
58 with Aston Villa. Sorry, Champions League football already secured because they are 58 58 with Aston Villa with 3 games to go. I mean, 6 points ahead of Bournemouth, who sits in seat position.
They're going to make it because
I
at
think,
least top 5 teams are true to the Champions League. And I think Liverpool is going to make it. And I think the very fact that they've Ancelotti has secured Champions League football for them, I think is enough to keep him for next season. And hopefully next season they can bring in some players. Because one of the things I saw,
You see,
I mean, they've got
do
to.
you see
reinvest.
Ancelotti keeping his job after this?
Oh yeah,
I think-
we
I
heard he's
think- I
getting
think
backing
he- yeah.
from the owners of the club.
I think
Yeah, he's getting backing from the owners. Of
I
the
think
club.
he stays.
And I think one thing that I also saw Arsene Wenger say was that if you look at it, the exception of Atletico Madrid,
Yeah.
and which other team, and a few other teams, all the teams that have made it to the semi-final, even the finals of the Champions League, you've had to spend close to 600 to 800 million. All those teams have had to make such investment to reach that far. You know,
Taliban, you spend
reach
though. How
that
many?
far.
Where you reach?
We
You spend though.
Yeah, we won the Club World Cup, man. We won the Club World Cup. Yeah, we won the Club World Cup. You know, but like teams have had to spend that much, not just on small players, like quality players,
Yeah.
top class players,
Yeah.
to reach that far in the Champions League. You don't do that, you don't reach there. Because look at Atletico Madrid. To be fair, in the game against Arsenal,
Yeah.
when Arsenal were bringing on the likes of name them. Look at some of the players they were bringing on. Say Madueke. Yeah, you don't want to raise Madueke, but yeah, Madueke was coming on, and the likes of Martinelli were coming on.
Yeah.
Look at who. What do you
You-
think? Atletico Madrid had to
You
bring.
really have quality on the
Yeah,
bench these
'cause
days.
I didn't understand for the life of me why he was taking off Lukman
Lookman.
and
Yeah,
Alvarez and
I think Alvarez was injured or something.
I think he picked up a knock from the first leg,
Yeah.
still carrying it.
Was taking off Griezmann. Look at some of the players who were coming on.
the Griezmann bit.
Yeah, that was also a bit, off for me. It was a bit off for me. But anyway, so that's what is happening in the Premier League. Chelsea have got Liverpool. It's a big game that will be following, inconsequential on so many levels. But I think the biggest game for me is the West Ham Arsenal
Arsenal game.
Who's Man City playing though?
Brentford.
Oosh, that's another tough one.
That's another tough one.
Stuff.
I mean,
stuff.
Brentford also play for European places, so
Yeah, stuff.
another one to look out for.
Yeah, but I think City know that challenge at this point. We've got to fight, and they really dug deep. Kudos to Jeremy Doku. It was a brilliant goal he scored against Everton to get the job. Magay there, Charlie, maintenance you. Charlie, ya koto if you Crystal Palace a boy in winning league, who my back pass. Hey, great. I don't watch the game, no mistake. And I don't know whether you guys saw him or looked at him when he made the pass. The moment he made the pass, it was like the moment he made the pass, he didn't say, "Let me try and see if there's a rebound or something." He had already given up. Hey,
The typical meu.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Even there was a chance that India got, which Donnarumma made some wonderful save. The moment India went one-on-one with Donnarumma, Charlie Gay was like, I don't know if you guys saw that. I was looking at it.
No, I didn't see that.
Charlie, he was giving. I was like, yeah. The Donnarumma had to save. Then, I was like, Charlie, stay focused. There could be a rebound, and you have to clear it. He had given up, completely given up. That game, Charlie, the defenders mess up. Was
Kusanov.
Yeah, he was the one who made that mistake at the back.
Yeah.
He made the mistake. Then Gay also made the mistake. Charlie, it was shocking, man. Really shocking. But you see, that's in there. If the universe wants to help us now, that's what happens. Though. You don't know what happens.
No. I mean,
No, that's what happens. Who bet my back pass? Yes, I was not be winning league. I will say, hey, win for them. Who bet my back pass? Charlie.
no, but let's talk about a certain the Ghana striker. What's his name? Playing for City, Semenyo.
Yeah, why are they?
All his talk.
Why are they?
All his talk. Too much.
What bread? Brennan,
Brennan
what
Wabre.
bread?
Huffing and puffing from English media to Ghana media, telling us how you are going to achieve, you are going to take everything out there. Just because you were able to get level on points with us now.
Oh, Chairman.
Only for you to go into the Everton game.
What bread?
At some points,
Wabre.
you look at him and falling all over the pitch, not able to
He's
control
tired.
passes.
The guy is tired. He's
No
tired.
busy, no
Charlie.
busy.
He's tired.
He's tired, Charlie. He's tired. And to be fair to Charlie, Pepsi say the guy be versatile. Go fit play for you. So
Swinging
You know,
mommy. Swinging mommy.
yeah,
Pep they actually swinging mommy.
yeah, but I think it's gotten tired. It's gotten tired. But the other thing that is happening this weekend is the El Clasico. It's inconsequential because it doesn't mean that Madrid will win it and they win the title. Barca is going to win it. But there's fire in the camp of Real Madrid. Some are fighting out there. Some are in the dressing room, not because they receive a tackle in some match.
Slaps all come inside. Slaps all come inside.
Charlie, no wonder they said they need Mourinho. Tell us the story. What's happening in Madrid? If your team, you don't be your team. Who is fighting who?
Somewhere.
Rudiger is slapping who?
Somewhere. Rudiger then Carreras issue. Abeloa Carreras issue. Like Valverde Tchouameni issue. And when they
Chairman today,
when Chairman
they say make you go do. Make you go do.
Chairman say he hurts. Chairman say he did vacation in the woman day Italy.
He hurts where he day Italy they chill.
Okay. Then Vinicius and Bellingham to go do press conference and they target Chairman. Say then they play Chairman no day then they play as a team. Oh, but
where your fans to here say 18 million fans to.
The fans say Mbappe leave my club. Charlie, don't forget say
Everybody they talk so.
Charlie, like makes away.
See, at this point, they go fit get Netflix, make them produce proper.
It check like action movie like that, Charlie.
But the links about Mourinho, I thought at this point that is what the club needs. If I'm a mother, there's mess all over the house, and I am a single mother at this point, and I know that if I go and marry Kojo, Kojo will come and clean the house, and then we will start all over again, get a fresh idea to move on in life. I'll bring in Kojo because I can't wait for those sports brats to continue to mess up the house.
You think the players are
I was going to ask the same thing. You think Mourinho is the one to clean house?
Oh yes, and this is a Mourinho I've seen before, and the immediate person I moved to is someone like Ike Casillas. I remember so well at a point where Mourinho was struggling to face, or Mourinho was struggling head to head against Barcelona and things were happening. There's a man like Casillas leaking news to Barcelona camp. I said, bra, Ade, me, I want to do my job. You are there sidelining me. Oh, easy crack, quick. Sit on the bench. Diego Lopez. You see, you can see that Lopez, you are Namwe. What's not bench, sir? But Mourinho said that is what he wants. All because he wanted to clean something in the house. He wanted to show that sometimes you can't be the elderly man in the house and then watch your kids mess up. That is what this Real
But
Madrid
didn't we foresee this
So
situation at Madrid? Like, didn't we when Kylian Mbappe, when Kylian Mbappe,
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham, when all these players were coming to the club,
Yeah.
we foresaw that Charlie, the team are building.
Look, and that is where
we've seen it at Madrid before. Was it the 2000 and 2004? We once upon a time,
that is
it was
the,
almost like a repeat.
Look, that is the reason why someone like Carlo Ancelotti is always your best bet when it comes to situations like this. There are certain times you need a coach. There are certain times you need a manager. Carlo is best at man management. If you want someone to clean your house, that is where you call Mourinho, because there's no one in that dressing room who is going to look at you and say, Jack, I have a say more than you. Mourinho has been in this environment before, managed Kaka before, managed Ronaldo before, managed players are Mourinho and we've seen players who and you that you are at a club, you are supposed you're in your, even if you're about 8 seasons, now you are in your early years because you have not reached a certain height that people reached. 1-2 league titles, and you feel what you have reached.
Because the situation with Xabi Alonso, for instance, got the feeling, Omar, and I'm sure you also heard that, got the feeling that the players became more powerful even than the club. Like the players became more powerful than the club.
Coach.
Like there was a certain feeling that the players were more valuable than even the name Real Madrid. Instead of a situation where people are told that, Charlie, it's a privilege to play for Real Madrid. And for a certain moment, the players began to tell Real Madrid that, Charlie, you should accept, it's a privilege for you to have us. And that chaos for me is something they couldn't solve. They tried fixing it to the Arbeloa, but bringing Arbeloa
Complicated the
issue. Reason why a coach, if you are a coach of Real Madrid and you as the coach, you have an issue with a player and you can't resolve that issue and you keep on, you say a player will go on social media and say, this issue with Ceballos, I think he had there was a tense moment between he and Ceballos in training grounds and came to tell the media that the guy is injured. The guy went to post on social media.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
you have an issue with Carreras. Mendy is playing the game. Everybody knows that Carreras has been the first choice left back. He went out, his form dipped. Good. Mendy is back. We all know the substitute Mendy. If Mendy is out, Carreras is coming.
Yeah.
And then there's a moment that Mendy goes off in the pitch. On Carreras, it's just on your bench between a and the next thing, Frank Garcia comes in and the camera pans to Carreras and the boy is laughing on the bench. Like, you can't resolve issues with your players, but you want to manage Real Madrid.
But is this a problem of the manager, the problem of the players, or
it's a problem of everybody?
The owners, the leaders at the very top, because
everybody. Look, I always say that
because and just let Omar come in because I think he want to make a point because everybody said, look, you've taken Xabi Alonso out of the picture, and you know the problem that was in there. The players were complaining, and based on the complaints of the players, you decided to take the guy off.
Yeah,
and then you bring in a man who, essentially, what was he coming to do? Did you seriously think
not a man that has risen well? A man whose only job is winning UEFA Youth League with Castilla.
Because the problem at the time with Real Madrid wasn't tactical.
It wasn't.
It was a man
wasn't.
management issue.
It was man management. And this is the problem where you have when, first of all, it starts from the very top.
Yeah.
When the boardroom doesn't back the coach. And when it gets to the coach, the problem there is if you have a coach who, like you said, doesn't know how to manage his players and is always quick to run to the media to sell his players. So it started from the top where, number one, you're not backing the coach.
Yeah.
Number two, the coach not knowing how to manage players, and then one domino effect down the line, and then it's all over the place.
Because there was a narrative at a certain point that, look, it became, it's either Vinicius or Jabi Alonso. Choose one.
I mean, how?
You know, there was such a narrative.
I mean, how?
That, look, it was either for Vinicius to stay or he leaves. So either you let Jabi Alonso go, so Vinicius should stay, or you let Vinicius leave.
Yeah.
Like, why should we ever come to such a
I
point?
shouldn't even get to
But
this point.
isn't this the club where we've had from decades, or as old as footballers, no one player is bigger than the club in Real Madrid?
Exactly.
No one player. And it's been said to the point that you hear, and like, you know that, Charlie, here, if you're a star and you go here, you toe the line. And we've seen examples of players who've tried to make themselves up more than the club and how they were dealt with.
Yeah.
So what now?
I mean, what now? What now? That's a very fundamental question. What now? And I think maybe one thing that was lacking, that is lacking in this current setup, is leadership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is
Not
leadership.
too many
Because the
leaders at
one
the club.
leader of the team is almost never available.
Charlie, oni coach ni kura ko.
He's almost never available. That's leader. He's the one person, because if you look at the old crop of players in the team, he's the one person that has remained, that you're expecting to lead these boys and show them what Real Madrid is about. The kind of attitude, but he's never available.
Yeah.
Because he's always injured.
Danny Cabal.
You know, and beyond him, unfortunately, there is nobody there else to offer leadership.
I think it's actually the reason why, I don't know if you've seen the reports, they are trying to bring in Toni Kroos to fit in a position. I don't know where he's actually, but they are trying to create that portfolio where you have someone serve as the leader of the players, okay, to communicate with management. Because in times past, especially this crop of players, they've had easy access to the presidency. Hasn't happened in the past before. Regardless how special you are not supposed to get that free access that they've had. And I thought Perez has pampered these sort of players. He's allowed these things to continue. Allow them.
I mean, what's the biggest pampering of a player than he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or? He decided you boycotted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vinicius Jr., he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or and they say, hey, the whole
Everybody should.
that's probably the biggest pampering you can
Exactly.
give any
So
player.
I think
I mean, and it's one of those things, again, where something doesn't go on well for him, and then he goes on the media and he's bragging about how the president of the club is the one begging him. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I think Real Madrid has been allowed to be treated in a certain way, which maybe Mourinho can fix. There are still questions.
I don't know why we think Mourinho is the one to fix it.
I mean, you look around and
I have big reservations there.
you look
Why
around
do you
and
have some reservation?
Number one, look at Mourinho's profile from Porto to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Those were his glory years. And how he built those teams, quiet, unknown players, coming up with them. He builds his team, he builds his players, and he knows them. Runs with them, wins trophy. Comes to Chelsea, is about the same thing. And then he makes that name, and then he starts getting moved all over the place. And it wasn't the same thing when he went to Real Madrid. How much did he do at Real Madrid when he went?
I mean, he won the league title.
Twice. How much?
No, but he still won the league title.
League title.
It
but
was. It came
a team like
a time.
A team like Madrid is playing for what?
I'm saying
Champions League.
Good. That is where I was going to. He came at a time where the team were not progressing even to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Get knockouts.
But even in those league titles, we knew the troubles that were going on.
Why did Mourinho eventually leave Madrid?
I mean, they felt at that point we had played semi-finals. We needed to move to the next level. Bring in someone who was going to get you trophy.
But we had rumors about his issues with some of the players, didn't we? That he had issues with Ronaldo, didn't he?
Exactly.
I think that was
not valid.
the latter stages of the.
But it
his
was
time
part
at
of
Real Madrid.
the immediate things that happened leading to his exit. wasn't it?
Issues. I mean, as a coach, you can't always have it 100% right. But then when you need someone to clean a house, if you have these,
Exactly where did he clean house? Which
Because even in Manchester United, they had to go back.
exactly.
no, but he cleaned the house at Real Madrid, at Manchester United. He brought in a certain he brought in a certain mentality. No, my thing is he brought in
Pogba.
it's not Pogba. He had issues with Pogba.
Yes.
And he tried. No, my thing is, it's almost the same thing. You can't give too much power to a player. No, you can't.
No, I agree. I agree.
You can't give so much power to a player. And it is the reason why when he feels the player is having so much power, it's either there's an issue and he leaves or he's sacked.
But do you foresee a situation where Mourinho is going to come into the team? Because I've read some reports which suggest that is what he's demanding. He's demanding absolute control.
Yeah.
He's demanding. But this Real Madrid setup, is there ever a situation where a coach have got absolute control? No.
Not in modern football.
If Perez is there, nobody has got any absolute
Not
control.
in modern football.
And that is why Perez is the man leading that charge to bring in Mourinho, because even those at the top don't agree that Mourinho should come. But Perez is leading that charge. Why? Because he knows what he offers.
That he is willing to give him absolute
Of
control.
course.
Because the absolute control there is a situation where if Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. are struggling
Yeah.
to play together, have a certain level of understanding, the absolute control is a situation where
You push him aside. You
Mourinho
push them
can
aside.
put them on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
But is that something that
But
Perez and the co will be willing to live with?
Isn't that something you
Because
want?
it's not
No,
just
if
about-
they're going to sit aside and for you and you go on to do well, isn't that something what you
Because
want?
we know Real Madrid. It's not just about the results on the field.
Uh-huh.
It's about the money they make of these players playing on a regular.
No,
That is there too.
but
If Kylian Mbappe is playing regularly, we know the money that comes from advertising, just in the case of advertising.
No.
You're going to put Kylian Mbappe on the bench,
I'm not sure you are
you
going.
lose revenue.
I'm not sure you are going to sacrifice revenue for titles.
But Madrid thrives on revenue. Bottom line is revenue, isn't it?
No, but isn't titles automatically revenue?
Good. So if you are making my point even easier, if you are going to put him on the bench and then you are going to get players to win you titles, win you silverware, and you get more money, wouldn't you do it?
But the question there is this.
Is the prestige around this player?
No, it's not the prestige. It's number one, the team mentality. And having to put these boys or have these boys to a certain line. And egos in the dressing room.
Yeah.
The more reason why you need someone who's seen it all before.
Do you think?
No, who would you want to bring in?
Because
Obviously you're not going to get Carlo Ancelotti back.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, so who would you bring in?
Ideally, I would have gone for Carlo Ancelotti.
That is why I am saying, obviously, you are not going to get him back.
How
Not even after the World Cup. Because he has even signed
Oh.
an extension.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
But if for me,
I mean, by the World Cup ends. There's
Oh, no, he has an extension with Brazil.
yeah, he hasn't his business. But for me, look, if he was interested, I think Madrid should go for him. Unfortunately, he said he's not interested. And I'm
But
talking
I
about
mean,
club.
these are contracts. You can buy him out of it.
I'm talking about club.
Oh, okay,
You
club.
know, if he was interested, I think that Madrid probably should go. Because what I'm struggling with is that, yes, Mourinho looks like he's got the pedigree. He's won the Champions League before. You know, he walks into the room and nobody can disrespect him. But can he build a team out of these boys? Can he tame their egos?
For me, no.
Because you cannot tame the egos of these boys by showing them your Champions League titles. If you show Kylian Mbappe your Champions League title, he will show you his World Cup.
It's a character.
He will show you his
a
World Cup. He
character.
won the World Cup at what
course.
age?
No, it's a character.
He was in the final of the World Cup 2022. And if he goes to the World Cup and by that time and he goes, Charlie, you show him, he will show you that. He will show you what he's done and what he's capable of doing. Because if what Mourinho has achieved before is what he's going to use to tame this Real Madrid setup, it will not work.
His managed Ballon d'Or winners. Where are you in that point?
That's what I'm saying. It will not work.
Where are you
If
in that point?
Mourinho's
No, he's
laurels,
managed-
if
he's-
Mourinho's laurels is what he's going to use to tame these boys, it will not work. They will
Who will not
revolt.
work?
It will not work.
Why?
You,
No.
wait, you are
You-
telling,
you
are
are
telling
some-
Vinicius,
no,
you
you
are
are-
telling Vinicius
yes.
that he won a Champions League before. And
Yeah.
so when I talk to you, listen, he's won a Champions League before.
No.
He's
it's-
won a Champions. How many?
it's-
He's won in how many? Twice or what?
Who?
Vinicius Junior.
Where has
Twice,
it
yeah,
led to you?
twice.
I have made world beaters out of easy players.
Oh, chairman.
It's not about chairman.
No,
I think
mean,
you need
no.
a proper man managing.
Who is around?
And if Mourinho, and what I'm
Who
saying,
is around?
if
And
Mourinho
this is
can do that,
I get the club issue. And this is a club who was even able to manage the issue of Mane, Salah, Firmino.
But that was the latter part. I mean, for a long
You are
time,
mentioning Mourinho's latter part, but you don't want to mention
That's the
Klopp's
latter
latter
part.
part.
No, but I mean,
what are you telling me?
But Mane Salah issue wasn't one.
And this is someone,
It wasn't
someone
about
who went,
egos.
who
It wasn't
went,
about
no,
egos. It was-
someone who went
it was
out of
clearly
the
an-
team because he said
it was a
his-
boardroom issue.
his-
It was a boardroom issue. It wasn't an on-field issue.
No, but if you are not able to get them back again, get them to live the best parts that you have enjoyed with them, then you have an issue as well.
Fair point.
Look.
And this is a manager who said he went out of coaching because it was what? It was one out of... This Madrid team that will stress you.
It's
You want him to come back.
It's Mourinho. If you look at Mourinho critically, do you think he's got a very excellent man-managing skill to be able to handle this Madrid setup? Because clearly the biggest problem in this Madrid setup is individualism. Do you think he's got this man-managing skill to be able to fix this team? Because if you look at it, there are examples of Mourinho having struggles, challenges with man-managing players, quality players, quality players. If you want to talk about the examples of Mourinho man-managing players, most of them have been players whom he identified and helped project them.
That's what I'm saying.
You talk about Michael Essien. Yeah, Michael Essien was doing well at Lyon, but the level Mourinho raised Michael Essien to, that's not the level he was. He raised him to another level. Didier Drogba was doing well when he got him, but where Mourinho took Didier Drogba to was a higher level. Where Kylian Mbappe is now, the next level Mourinho can take Kylian Mbappe to is winning the Champions League. Where Vinicius Junior is now, the next level Mourinho can take Vinicius Junior to is winning the Ballon d'Or. You up?
Yeah.
And I think that if Mourinho is going to succeed at Madrid job, that is the message he needs to succeed at telling these boys. That Vinicius, I can help you to win the Ballon d'Or. But bottom line, the question would be, who have you helped to win the Ballon d'Or before?
When did Ronaldo win the Ballon d'Or?
14, Mourinho was there.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
No. Before 14, when had he won it?
It was at Man United.
Man United.
2010,
That-
Messi. 2011, Messi. 2012, Ronaldo.
No.
2012 was Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Mourinho's last season at Real Madrid.
Really, we can just cross-check that. If he has won it before,
Unless
then
if 2012 is Messi, I think 2012 should be, that was the year he scored the 91 goals in a year. 2012 should be, if it's Ronaldo, then that was Mourinho.
you can check for us. If Mourinho has led a player to win a Ballon before, then that's valid. He can tell Vinicius Junior, I can help you to win the Ballon. And that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chairman.
So-
Yeah, no.
No, but my issue is Ronaldo's most productive numbers started under Mourinho.
Yeah, but what did it produce?
Oh no. No. I'm talking about his productive days at Real Madrid. Came under Mourinho. Yeah.
But what did it bring?
It's
Because even at this moment, Kylian Mbappe is banging in the
my
goals. He's
my
productive.
issue is you fail to acknowledge what he brings to this team, or you fail to acknowledge the fact that he's going to put egos aside. If he has to do with players who are committed to and we saw what Mourinho did with Scott McTominay at Manchester United. He doesn't care introducing someone and working around it to build you. If you are a Kylian Mbappe and you are not buying into my idea, that is always a mistake I've had. This Real Madrid team, when they went to the Club World Cup, there was no way there was no need introducing back Kylian Mbappe. They were doing so fine. Kylian Mbappe comes in, they start getting issues. Even under Abeloa, when he had gone out with Jude Bellingham, and I'm not saying Jude Bellingham's a problem, even Jude Bellingham works his socks off. And they were doing so well, Mbappe comes into the team and it's a whole different ball game together. And it's that entitlement that people have, like, oh, you are Mbappe, so when you are fit, we need to play you. It doesn't work for Mourinho. That is the kind of coach you are getting in Mourinho.
But Mourinho also thrives.
When you are a kind of player who feels you are bigger than somebody, that is not the kind of player he wants to work with.
But Mourinho is equally a coach who thrives on individual brilliance. He's everywhere he's gone to, He's got.
I'm
this,
sorry, he's not done it at Benfica or Fenerbahce.
What? As in what? Not
Individual
that-
brilliance.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Benfica
I
or
mean-
Fenerbahce, and we saw what he's achieved there. Because
And even
it's
at Real
not-
Madrid, it wasn't more of his first tenure at Real Madrid. It wasn't individual brilliance. Had Ozil playing the best of his football, had Ronaldo playing the best of his football, had in fact, Mourinho was even working with someone like Lassana Diarra.
Like, it was good. It was a good
Yeah,
player.
I mean, that,
Yeah.
That was good. It wasn't. He was good.
So if you give him the materials, he will work for you.
Yeah,
if
but-
you allow him the time to the room to work, he will work for you.
But when Mourinho was doing well at Madrid, the 2 seasons he won the league, in those two seasons, Cristiano Ronaldo was also finding in the goals for him, wasn't he?
He was.
He was. That's the bottom line. The point we are fundamentally making.
No, my
now
point
you
is-
talk about Fenerbahce. He didn't do it at Fenerbahce because he didn't have any individual brilliant player at Fenerbahce. Who was there at Fenerbahce to get him the goals?
I don't think if you are picking Fenerbahce,
Even at Benfica now, who is the individual exceptional player at Benfica?
he doesn't.
He doesn't have that.
No, and I'm saying that is your individualism that you are talking about has been in the past. At his Inter team, they didn't drive on any individual.
Oh my goodness! He had some individual brilliant players.
Oh,
It was in that
at
team.
Inter-
This guy.
Milito.
Milito was there.
Milito wasn't special.
Milito was
Milito,
special.
Eto, Cambianso, Chivu, Samuel. Like, he has so many players at his disposal. That is the materials. When you don't have materials, that is where he's going to focus on one player. So Mimo na yonko. But when you give him the materials, when he has people who are fighting for him, who are ready to fight for him, he goes to work for you.
I think that's one thing that I agree with you, that Mourinho need players who are ready to fight for him.
That is it.
Essentially, that's what it is.
Yes, but
Essentially
the point
what
is
it
that
is.
do you have a certain set of players in this Madrid team who will be willing to fight for Mourinho? You said, but the point is that you are not going to have a situation where Kylian Mbappe is not on the team. Kylian
The
Mbappe
point is that you are going
part
to,
and
you are going
parcel
to,
of this
no,
Madrid
you are
team.
going
He's
to have
going
a
be
point
there.
where you can mention him. Why don't you acknowledge that?
You go and bench Kylian Mbappe.
Ah, why
Are
you
you
can't
not- are
mention
you
he
not-
bench Pogba at Manchester United? What
Pogba
are you
and
talking
Kylian
about?
Mbappe, respectfully, they are not comparable.
No, but you are talking about a superstar. And if he can mention to get, but before Kylian Mbappe came to Real Madrid, didn't they have players firing?
Yeah, they did, but right now, if you want to talk about
when-
who is the
when it
best
comes-
player, who is the best player in this Real Madrid setup, who has contributed the most to Madrid this season, you cannot take out Kylian Mbappe.
So
Kylian Mbappe is the one who has contributed the most. Where has Vinicius Junior
the
been?
most
this-
has been that he's.
Where has Vinicius Junior been this
The
season?
most has been that he has
Where
scored
has
the most
all
goals.
of, what do you need?
No, relax. The most has been that he scored the most goals.
I mean, is it not his goals that has helped you to reach where you have this season?
No,
Is it not the goals? Yeah, you've not won anything, but how far you've come this season, it's not because Kylian Mbappe goes. It's not because Kylian Mbappe goes.
what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? How many goals has Vinicius? Where has Vinicius been this whole season?
Look at Mbappe.
Where have Vinicius been this whole season? 2 seasons. Was the last season or 2 seasons ago that he was fighting for the Ballon d'Or?
Two
2 seasons
seasons.
ago. Since then, where has he been? He's been a pale shadow of himself.
Okay, so should we?
Kylian Mbappe has been the one
no.
who has helped the team.
No,
we are
no.
not discounting what all other players
So
have
should
done.
we
Just
also,
like we won't
should we
discount
also
what
no?
Valverde
but then,
did
should we
when
also,
Kylian Mbappe was
should we
not around.
also say that because Mbappe has come into the team, he's also taken a bit away of some of these players?
What has he taken from them?
Oh, a lot,
What has Kylian
What-
Mbappe's
yeah.
presence
A whole
in the
lot.
team down
Like
to
what?
Vinicius?
What has he
a
taken?
whole lot. Right now, Vinicius doesn't take penalties again.
Matadai.
But you know they play their best football without him.
Without him, this season, in fact, even last season, like anytime Real Madrid has produced their most impeccable performances, it's not been on the pitch.
But every time he's been on the pitch,
We have struggled.
look, let's be fair to Mbappe. Let's be very fair to Mbappe.
But you don't want to be fair to Vinicius.
No, what have I said? I've not said anything. All I've said is just facts. That has Vinicius Junior been his best in the last 2 seasons for Real Madrid? Has he been his best in the last 2 seasons?
Also, maybe because you are willing to accommodate a Kylian Mbappe. He's moving about the pitch when he's supposed to stay on the left.
Fair
on the left flank.
Fair enough. When Kylian Mbappe is not playing, has Vinicius Junior been
Oh yes,
the
he
best
has.
player?
And
He's
I
not.
can prove to you
In the Champions League, Manchester City,
can
was he
prove-
the best player?
I can prove to you.
No,
I can prove to you.
No, the point is that has Vinicius Junior been the best player when Kylian Mbappe has not been playing? In that critical game against Manchester
Yes.
City. Oh, last week, season A, season asa, and then
Season-
even last week when he mattered the most, what was he? In the game against Manchester City. Was he the best player? Was he the best player in the game against Manchester City?
He scored the winner against Manchester City in the second leg. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying.
When was he scored the winner? Was he the best player?
Was he the best?
Was he the best? No, fair enough. He scored the winner. Was he the best player in that game?
When Kylian Mbappe, when I won against Barcelona, was Kylian Mbappe the best player? Was he the best player? No, was he the? No, my thing is, see, Vinicius has thrived in the absence of Kylian Mbappe because he's allowed to operate freely, and that is the kind of player you want. That is the kind of player, a happy Vinicius, not someone who is restricted in his movement or because he has to play to accommodate someone.
I don't get it when he say he has to play accommodate. What part of Vinicius Junior's game has the presence of Kylian Mbappe in the setup impeded? He still dribbles. He still tries to take shots. He still tries to score. What is it?
And the funny thing is, anytime someone gets the ball, Mbappe is calling for the ball. When you know you can't be that creative.
No, you can't create team need that answer. Bro, almost team now sound. Because
my point is, it's not that nobody appreciates Kylian Mbappe, but the fact that we make it look like without Mbappe, Real Madrid is some Sanquas beat. I don't get it.
All right, fair enough. You fair enough. But bottom line, what we can agree or disagree on is that
the whole team has been.
What is that? Jose Mourinho might help, but he might not.
I still think Mourinho is an attempt to paper over the cracks.
Bring him in.
Okay. For Madrid fans, they don't care they don't care any reservations you have on Mourinho. They need Mourinho in the team. And hopefully Mourinho can get the team to work together. Let's see if that will succeed. Our only final point has to do with the fact that the Black Stars have got a friendly against Mexico on the 22nd?
Yeah, 22nd.
22nd. Now, interestingly, Mexico have told their players that all the players that are inviting, if you don't come, you won't play in the World Cup. They say, we don't care. If you don't come, we won't play in the World Cup. That's what Mexico is telling the players. You understand? For the Black Stars, they don't have the luxury of fielding their key players. So they've got quite a number of players, most of them local-based players and some other foreign-based players. You know, the likes of Aziz Issa, is coming in. Francis Amuzu.
I think they are ready to play for the Black Stars. There are about 15 new players who have come into the national team. There's 8 others or the 7 others being returnees. Particularly looking forward to some of these wingers who have been in top shape. Joseph Opoku, Prince Amaku Jr. I thought.
What was the last time I heard of Felix Afenya-Jan? It's like very long time ago.
Yeah, I think
that's been it.
Yeah.
How long ago?
It's an opportunity.
I think
for
they
him
didn't cap. He was called up, right?
Yeah, but he didn't make it.
He didn't play.
It's an opportunity for him to justify himself. I always say that because this was someone people expected him to go to the 2022 World Cup. It didn't happen for him. And they still feel we owe him that platform once again. No one wants to stop you. Now you have an opportunity to play in the national team. If you are able to show the same level that you showed in the past. And to be fair to him, he's not really done bad at club level, especially in the second half of the season. Helped his side gain promotion to the Turkish top flight. So there's a player in there. There's a player Ghana.
I think he needs to spend. I think at the moment he should not be concerned about national team football. He should focus on building his own career because Charlie he's been on a very bad decline, unfortunately. From where did he go? He was at where? Was it AS Roma?
AS Roma.
The AS Roma decided to cash out on him. Cremonese then went down, and Charlie he's focused on building his career at the moment. No, but for you, Omar, you believe that
another platform people have used to build their careers, also the national team. You also in the case, I always say in the case.
I think he's a fine player. If his team has had the opportunity now to qualify to the Turkish league, I think he should focus on having a really good season in the Turkish league. And if he does well, I don't think Black Stars will be difficult for him. After the World Cup, we've got qualifiers.
No, but you're also in the national team who you are a national team who want to do well at the World Cup. If you feel his quality is up there with one of the best, you add him to the squad.
Yeah, but bottom line, like you said, it's an opportunity. Look, Mexico game is 90 minutes. It's not like you're gonna get it's 90
No, but
minutes. Maybe some 30.
If you do well, you get to be part of the pre-squad, and you don't know what comes next because there's also friendly against Wales. I'm hearing they might play another friendly game. If you are some players, you know that maybe your places are short. But if you are like Menewo, we are not going to fight.
Omar, you think this is an opportunity for him to get his bench?
Pretty much. I mean, in the absence of our top players who are still engaged at club level, this is a fine opportunity for him to showcase if he merits an inclusion in the squad.
Is it Carlos who's going to be on the touchline for this game?
Pretty much, I feel. If not, in the worst case, we might have Desmond Ofe on the bench. But I think between that game and then that of the game against Wales, it's like a week or something. So I should probably be around to watch the boys and then see what he can make out of it.
So basically, that's it. We're just going to wrap up on the conversation today on Extra Time. Once again, big congratulations to Arsenal. Let's give it up for them. The only unfortunate part is that how Omar entered here with nothing. At least bring candy, bring some chocolates, like bring something. But maybe they just want to keep it for the final. Because I have a colleague in the office who said that, and he said that like a month ago. Big shout out to Ebo. He said that if Arsenal wins, we've got a board in the office. He said if Arsenal wins the Champions League, he's going to throw a big party. And I told him that, Charlie, don't use the Champions League as a basis to a big party. Use the league. He said, no, he's going for the big one. So there's a part of me that is rooting for Arsenal because we might get a big party in the office. So let's see how it all works out. Big thanks to Soccer Bet. And, of course, we'll be back same time next week. Guys, take care, and we'll see what will happen when we return next week.